Hey guys, thank you for tuning in again. I've been active for a whole year now, which is crazy. I do enjoy this stuff now. It's weird getting used to, but I don't know, after a couple of videos or whatever and bits of feedback and stuff, you do feel a little bit more comfortable talking to, a sheet of glass. Now that I've started doing this documentary, that is also something that's very interesting to do, and it's helping me meet new people and hear lots of different experiences that I may not have considered myself. Being a musician, it's definitely interesting hearing other people's stories. Something that I would definitely recommend doing as a complete and utter beginner getting into photography and possibly videography. It depends on why you got that camera in the first place. I guess for me it was photography. Anyway, I would highly recommend for people that are complete beginners to get onto YouTube. That's even before you buy your camera, because there's so many different channels that give great advice on why you should or shouldn't be buying particular cameras. The camera I use is a Canon 77D. I do believe it has another name within the Rebel series, but I can't think of it off the top of my head now. For me, it was one of those, I believe it was an ad from Amazon or something like that. I did a little bit of research around it, watched some videos. There were negative points to the camera from a lot of the reviewers, but you're going to get negative points with any camera, aren't you? So I think it was almost a leap of faith as well. I wanted something that was professional but on a low budget. I guess that's everyone's opinion, is it? You want something for as little as you have to pay. So once you have chosen the camera you're going to go for, don't leave YouTube at that. When your camera arrives, after the excitement of taking it out of the box and everything, and seeing this beautiful bit of kit in front of you, do your research. Don't just go out there and do things kind of blindly. It's very important to go out there and do as much as you can, but at the same time, I think that if you don't know what it is you're doing, it's not going to help that you're taking hundreds of pictures of whatever, because if you do your little bit of research, then you're prepared for taking better shots and stuff like that. I'm only speaking from experience. I was so excited. I got out there with everything in auto and started taking pictures, but then I realised, well, if it's in auto, I'm not really learning anything. So I decided to put it into manual, and that's when I realised how tough it actually is to be a photographer. For example, when I do live events, certainly in low light situations, your ISO, your shutter speed and your aperture are going to be completely different settings to if, I don't know, you're on a racetrack in the daytime, So it's very important to do your research, find out about those three important things: ISO, shutter speed and aperture. It's so important that you know at least a little bit about it before you put yourself out there trying to get business. The last thing you'd want to do is try and gain clients when you don't actually really know what your camera does. You've also got your white balance. That's incredibly important as well. It changes the way your images look. It's like when you're in a band and you ask someone, oh, what kind of advice could you give to someone who wants to learn guitar? And more often than not, people say practice, practice, practice. In anything that you want to learn about, you're going to find a hell of a lot of the time that you have to practice over and over again. Don't give up just from negative feedback that you've had, or that you kind of feel a bit low about the results. For example, when I did my first live event for System Promotions, when I decided to get into photography, switched it on into manual mode, didn't truly know what those 3 important things are and how they work, my photos came out horrific. So really blurred, dark and really noisy. So yes, my advice to you would be to do your research. So yes, a year on, and yeah, I'm definitely still learning. I'm glad that I'm still learning. I wouldn't want to do something for a short period of time and then stop and think, okay, I know it all. Only a few months ago I thought, you know what, I want to get into videography. So I've shot a music video now which hasn't been released yet, but hopefully that will be soon. And working on this documentary about the local music scene called Save Your Scene. That is going to be quite a long project, but fingers crossed. I'm going to be doing kind of an episodic thing, putting bits out a little bit at a time. I'm getting lots of interest around that, which I'm very grateful for, and I can't wait to get some more interviews booked up. So, you know, if you work within the local music scene, in a band, a photographer, videographer, whatever, band manager, tour manager, if you, anything that you do that supports the scene, then, you know, please do get in touch, because your opinion does count, and people who are not part of the scene, who might want to get into it or are just interested, it's worth them hearing all these different opinions. One thing that I find is very useful to have in case you are out at an event, or if just a photo opportunity or video opportunity comes up. The worst thing you can do though is if you introduce your business to someone and you don't give them one of these, then there's no point in having them. I have done this a couple of times, unfortunately, which I've kicked myself a few times about it, because you walk away from the person that you've just introduced your business to and you didn't leave behind a business card. It's something so simple that you've got to remember, just to hand them this little bit of card which has your information on it, and that's potential business. So one thing, yeah, don't forget to give your business cards out. Always carry a spare battery, very, very important. Always carry extra memory cards. It's important that you go to clients prepared and that you have enough stuff to get you through without looking unprofessional. Thank you for watching this video. I'm really enjoying the ride so far. Like I say, it's been a year of me doing it, and I'm really looking forward to the future. I'm grateful to all the people that have supported me, given me feedback. It's invaluable. It helps me grow. If you can, give us a bit of support, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel here, but also if you have Facebook, which most people seem to, maybe give us a follow on there. Should have some business cards around.